You've been worried about recruitment all year.
I just want to play football.
Black women deserve justice.
You really want to help your people? Don't let social justice get in the way of your dreams.
It's time to fight.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love All American, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight we're going to be talking about All American Season 3, Episode 11. This is just my quick thoughts. I will be dropping a full recap for you guys later tomorrow, so stay tuned to check that out. But let's just talk about this episode. This is just my quick thoughts, early impressions, and man, I'm going to tell you right now, this episode, watching it, it was building up. And, you know, the episode built up to the very end, and we saw the outcome. Of course, Olivia went through a lot. And we're going to talk about that in this video. But let's just focus on, you know, the main characters of the show. Of course, Spencer. As far as this episode goes, man, the dude, he had a opportunity to just do what they say, you know what I'm saying, and what they wanted him to do, which we know this, you know, coach came from TNT, and of course he wanted Spencer to be the bad boy. Him being shot pretty much took his rating up with this school and him recovering, so they were going to try to advertise Spencer as this bad boy. Spencer had to let them know, look, I'm not really what y'all think I am. I'm not in no gangs. I'm not a huge social justice warrior or anything like that. You know, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? Spencer had to let them know. He did get some good advice from Coach Baker as well. But I'm glad that Spencer's, he stood up for himself, which, I mean, that's Spencer. He's not about to let nobody talk down to him. And when that coach was talking, I'm like, man, what are you, like, who do you think you are? Like, you gonna talk to Spencer like this? Talking about, we want you to be the bad boy. We want you to be this and that. This is what I'm going to sell to the school. It doesn't really matter who you really are. We just gonna sell this image to them. That way you can come to the school. And Spencer wasn't going for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he said, you know what? They're going to have to take me how I am. And that's it. Now, as I told you guys in my final predictions, I said that the majority of the characters in this show, they're all going to come together, all because of what happened to Tamika. And you saw that in this episode. Everybody kind of squashed their problems with each other. We saw it, of course, with Spencer and Coop. And Coop in this episode, man, she stepped up to the plate. She decided to say, you know what? You know, I can't let the last thing between me and Spencer be something negative. And that's exactly what she changed in this episode. She sent him a video of course, him when he was a kid, and she filmed it. And, you know, his desire to be an NFL star, you know what I'm saying? Coop put this video together, and of course, Spencer was like, man, that was a great video. And it goes to show that these two are very close, that they cannot allow little small stuff to get to them. So it does seem like Coop and Spencer have squashed things, that things are going very well. As far as Coop, she gave a very, very good speech, a very good poem when she was talking about Tamika. And of course, that made Olivia break down. And this episode, I'm telling you right now, it really hit Olivia a lot, because the whole thing about the Tamika girl is she was wrongfully pretty much crucified. I mean, really, that this cop pulled her over because she was asleep and then decided to use lethal force. Of course, Olivia and then her mom, Laura, she's the DA. And I was reading up on the story about this. They actually had this story already in the works. This was all in the works before the whole George Floyd thing. This was, I believe they said they had this story done last year. I think it was last March or whatever. But they already had this story pitched or whatever. It's just now getting out within the show. But the reason behind this story is because they wanted to make friction. They wanted to show people how real things can get when you have, of course, a kid that's a different race and a parent that's a different race, and seeing that Laura is the DA, she's in direct connection with this case. She's the one that's working on the case. She's the one that's holding the information, the evidence, the video that, of course, everyone wants to see. And you knew something was up when Olivia walked into that house and Laura instantly turned off the TV. I was like, okay, she's trying to hide something. She's up to something. And of course, Olivia said, you know what? At the end of the episode, she released the video, which was very emotional. This episode was very emotional at the same time. They did keep things very, very real. They kept it real, man. I'm sad that we're not going to be able to see All American until May 17th. I know I'm not tripping. You guys let me know down below, because I could have sworn on that TV it said returning May 17th. Really? I mean, they just came back from a break. So you mean to tell me we have to wait another, what's that, 2-3 weeks out? I mean, dang, like we got to wait again? You know what I'm saying? Tell me if I'm tripping. You guys let me know down below. Did that say that on y'all TV screen? Because on mine it said May 17th. But besides that, other things that we did see within the trailer, of course, was Coach Baker stepping up to the plate. He said, you know what? I'm going to give my players knowledge. I'm going to let them know the things that are going down with pro athletes about, you know, financial things as well as college athletes, because a lot of young people don't know anything about money, especially coming from the inner city. Sometimes, a lot of the times, they don't teach you things like that, how to manage your money and what people try to do to take advantage of you. And Coach Baker said, you know what? I have experience. I'm going to use this experience to give to these guys, so that way they are prepared when that time comes, when they're going to these schools. And if they turn pro, they have a little bit more leverage, a little bit more knowledge on what they should be doing. So that was a good thing, man. As far as Coop and Mo, we didn't really see Mo do too much in the episode. Mo was supporting. Coop is going to be getting some tutoring, and that's a good thing. She needs that tutoring because she needs to pass the GED that she is preparing for. Other thing that we saw in the episode was Principal Carter. What do y'all think about that, man? Principal Carter and Spencer's mom, there's a connection. There is a connection going. They feeling each other. 9 times out of 10, they're going to hook up. And, you know, that's something that they kind of hinted at earlier on in the season, but they brought it back once again. She gave him some good advice about his daughter, of course. He took that advice and things was good. So I see the chemistry between the two. I want to know what Spencer is going to think about this. I want to know what Coach Baker is going to think about this. And speaking of Coach Baker one last time, at the end of the episode, you know, once again, he is reminded like he did something to Principal Carter. Remember at the beginning of the season, Principal Carter kept saying, you did this to me, you hurt me when we was in school. Well, apparently, Billy does not even remember the incident, right? So what was he doing that night? What did he do, in order for him to forget what happened? Was he drinking? Was he on drugs? I mean, Coach Baker had to be on something that night. He had to not been in the right state of mind to forget what he did to Principal Carter. That's the reason why Principal Carter is acting the way he is now towards him, right? That's the reason, because he was bullied by Coach Baker. I can't wait to see the outcome and how they're going to break that down. I want to get the full details on that. All America, they usually give us flashbacks or whatever. Well, I guess we got to wait and see how that all plays out. But overall, man, the episode was solid. It was a smooth episode towards the end. That tension started building up. And it got very, very emotional, especially when it came to the girl Tamika. And, Laura was pretty much saying, you're not like, this case is not like Tamika's case, because Olivia made a good point. She said, the only reason that I probably did not get into a lot of trouble the night that I got pulled over is because you are my mother. You are a white woman and you are my mother and you are the DA. I got leverage. Tamika didn't get that same leverage. And she was speaking facts. I understand Laura saying they're not the same, but the principles are the same. You see what I'm saying? They both got, pulled over, or what do you want to say? Because Tamika was already asleep. But the cops came at the end of the day. And what they did to that girl was completely messed up. Completely messed up. And now Laura is going to have to deal with that. She's going to have to figure out a way how she's going to deal with her black daughter and these issues that's going on in the world, in her job, how is she going to deal with all that? So I'm eager to see how All American is going to write that out. The episode definitely ended great. I can't wait to see what happens next. But that's just my quick thoughts, man. Just watching and finishing up the episode. You guys let me know down below what you thought about it. I will be dropping that full recap for you guys tomorrow, so stay tuned and get ready to check it out. If I missed anything, you guys let me know down below if you want to talk about anything. But I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me go out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.